Hey, have you ever felt ripped off by having insurance and never get nothing back? I bet you the Browns don't feel like that right now. You see what just happened with that Deshaun thing, right? We got all that money back from him having injuries, and it's going to affect our cap in a positive way for years. But before we get into that, my name is Will, and this is BTSN. Now we've been hearing rumors about this for years, that how like the Deshaun Watson injuries could possibly like give us some kickback, as far as insurance. But today they just said, man, we got 88.7 million back from the insurance. Like that's incredible. You know what I'm saying? So look, it ain't just a bad. It was okay. It was still bad. It still wound up being bad. Deshaun didn't produce. I guess you got to wait and see what happens this year. But I don't think I pretty much think it's over with. But at least we get some money back. I mean, how long you been paying car insurance and ain't getting nothing back? That's one of the biggest. Bro, by the way, insurance got to be one of the biggest scams in America. Like no cap, you don't get nothing back. Hey, drop it in the comment. I know y'all feel me, man. Can I get some of that money back, man? We paying all this money for just in case. So, like I said, man, the trade still wound up being a disaster. But for real, as you can see, Andrew Berry he slowly but surely roping in some of that stuff back. Like it's like he getting picks back from it. Not really back, but it's almost like he's recouping some of that stuff. If I can say that, like this insurance thing, I kind of forgot about it, but I'm glad it hit. You know what I'm saying? I wonder what that'll mean for us this year, though. I wonder, like, let's say if Shador get to rolling and we need another piece or something like that. I wonder, can we go grab somebody? If nothing else, this gives us flexibility. Like it's just this something we needed this, man. We really needed this. Like I said, man, I don't know what it'll really like bring us this year, but in the future, it's a good thing. And to be honest with you, I don't even know when officially Deshaun comes off the books. So I guess, like I said, I guess they're giving them a chance this year to come out and try to do something. But we'll see what happens with that. But the flexibility piece is like important because again, if we need some pieces down the road, it ain't nothing like a little extra cap space to go ahead and fulfill that. This also take me back to that time when we got Deshaun. I still wonder who like really pulled the trigger on that trade. To me, it wasn't a bad trade because if you go back, I mean Baker Mayfield. It's funny because it's the same thing happening right now with Baker Mayfield. The Buccaneers is unsure about if they should extend him or not. It was the same thing with the Browns. Now, at the time, Deshaun was a top three quarterback. People hate to hear that, but he was a top three quarterback. So it was a good move to go get him. But now, it's still like, bruh, I still kind of wonder too, though, like what would have happened if we never pulled the trigger on that trade? Like if we would have kept Baker, like where would we be? One thing about the cap, though, man, the cap is like, it almost feel like the cap is imaginary. Andrew Berry, he found a way to finagle the cap anyway. So it's like we weren't really worried about it. But now that you got this extra money, it's like what else could you do with this extra money? So I guess you could look at it like maybe it could be a lifeline. I guess. I guess it remains to be seen. But like I said, man, the cap ain't. It seems like the cap ain't even real, but we know it is because it's starting to hit the fan with when it comes to Deshaun. It's starting to hit the fan. But I don't know, man. And again, I'm just playing. I'm playing around in my imagination now. We got some extra money. You know how you get some extra money in your pocket? You be like, man, what can I go get with this extra money? You know what I'm saying? I need some shoes, or I need a new hat or something like that. So that's what I'm doing right now. It's like, where can we use this money at? But anyway, man, let me know what y'all think. What would you do with the money? Matter of fact, when the last time you found some money in your pocket that you ain't know was there? How about that? That's also a great feeling. Don't lie. When you look in your pocket, you like, man, there's $20 in my pocket. I ain't even know it was there. I'm just saying. But anyway, man, like, comment, subscribe. And at the end of the day got to end. But before it does, tap into BTSN and go Browns.